Now this is what I'm talking about. What's going on, everybody? GemMint here with another XM Studios statue tease. These are pictures that were taken from NCHANZPLACE in person in the XM Studios store in Singapore. So I've been reacting to a few of these, not officially up for pre-order yet. I don't have dimensions or price or anything, but we have some great pictures that we can take a look at. So this is the 1/6 scale Superman diorama, the third in their line of dios like this, which they started with Batman. They had a color version and they had like a Nightmare Smoke version. They did a Wonder Woman diorama as well, which I want to say was New York Comic Con 2021, and Very Gary got us the footage. And then here we have Superman with all of his villains, two versions as well. You have this ice version, I guess Fortress of Solitude version that we'll look at first, and then they have all of the villains in color. So starting with this one, as you can tell by the thumbnail, by the intro, I'm digging it, man. I'm a Superman fan. Like, Superman is one of the first comics and first characters that got me into comics as a kid, and seeing him with all his villains surrounding him looks great. I love how bright and pronounced Superman is in the middle of this diorama, and I do really like the ice look. Now, NCHANZPLACE has been like doing some Photoshop. They did it with Wolverine, making like a brown suit version, yellow and blue suit version. They were kind of trying to play with the colors of this dio. Should it be this icy white, or should it have been more of a greener tone like Kryptonite, or more of a bluish tone like the Fortress of Solitude? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I could see it being more of a blue tinge, but I'm kind of digging this ice look. All right, so enough of that. Picture two, more of a close-up of Kal-El of Superman. I like how his cape is flowing in the wind. I like the little modernizations that they've done with the fabric suit, with the belt buckle, not giving him the red underwear. The only complaint I really have about Superman is for him to be fighting every one of his villains at once, he doesn't have any battle damage. He looks super clean, a little too clean, and no pun intended on that super as well. All right, next picture. So more of a zoomed out look here. Man, this is a great picture. This is probably the thumbnail picture. I like the composition of them kind of wrapping around him. It almost like has this flow to it, like a whirlwind or a tornado. Here's an even further pulled back, looks like 1.5 zoom type of picture. You can see how stretched out the background is. Looks great. Here's a different angle, more of a close-up downward look at Superman. I think the skin tone looks great. You see the veins in his neck, so he looks like he's exerting power. He looks like he has a rage type of portrait, so he's really entrenched in battle here. Here's a little bit more of an angle. You can see one of the villain's hand coming up behind the left side of his face. You can see a look at his mouth better here. Now here's a shot of everything in color, and now you can get a real idea of the rogues gallery. So Doomsday to the bottom left, Livewire behind him, then you have Brainiac, what's that one guy's name, Mxyzptlk or something like that, Lex Luthor, Bizarro, you have General Zod, Mongol, Cyborg Superman, and I don't know who that one green character is. So in color, they always have a more cartoony look, right? The Batman one looks like that, this one looks like it, and it's really hard for me to decide, do I want super cartoony, or would you want something a little bit more classy with those other characters muted out? I think for me, with the type of collector's environment I have, like colorful stuff everywhere, I tend to gravitate more towards the color guys. Trying to look at everything at once. They look great. Zod looks great. Mongol looks great. I don't think we've ever got a Mongol statue. Lex Luthor, and who the hell is that one guy? Here he is right here. I have no idea who that is. Bizarro Superman in the background. He looks good. And they keep showing us this guy. You guys have to let me know in the comments who that is. That's the only one I didn't get. Mxyzptlk in the background, the wizard magic guy. Here's a close-up of Brainiac. Love the green skin tone. Love the pink circle, whatever things on his head there. I guess it connects to his big tendrils or whatever. Livewire, always knew her from the animated series. She has kind of like those two first appearances, right? You have the first comic book appearance in DC continuity, and then you have from the Superman Adventures comic book. A look at, what is it, Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman. Only one to really tackle this has been Prime 1 Studio as far as licensed. His face looks like he's smiling. That looks kind of weird, but all the cybernetics look pretty cool. Traditional type of Superman garb. Here goes Zod. I think they did a great job on the shadowing kind of near the seams of where his costume is. He's got the sculpted cape there, the beard, gritted teeth, and then here goes Mongol. Great job on the portraits here. Look at the muscle definition, the serrations, the veins in his skin. He's a beastly character as well. Here's more of an angled down overhead shot of this diorama. Doomsday, one of my favorite villains of all time. We haven't really got a good close-up of him, but you can see him towards the side here. Here's more of a zoomed out look, all in color. Man, they did a great job with this. this. Here goes Cyborg Superman to the right. Another shot of Zod. Another shot of my mysterious green guy. Check out the weathering and damage on Bizarro's cape. So they kind of knew to do it there. There goes Lex Luthor. And then here goes a shot of Doomsday. So they've done a quarter scale Doomsday. We reviewed the prototype. Similar kind of details in there. That rocky gray type of skin. His big white ponytail. Those spikes everywhere. Have that bonish white at the end. And that's actually the last pictures. This video is brought to you by Ninja Funk. Issue 1 comes out on November 2nd. They hit over 105,000 pre-orders. Be on the lookout for issue 2 that drops on December 14th with this beautiful David Nakayama cover. Shout out to Ninja Funk and Whatnot Publishing. I'm impressed, man. I think the Wonder Woman one kind of went under the radar a little bit, and maybe that's why they placed it out where she was in the middle of these guys. And I'm not sure if this is the end of their line of 1/6 dials like this. I mean, they could do the Flash. Green Lantern would be a dope one. So a lot of other characters they could tackle here. Me personally, I missed out on the Batman Sanity. I reviewed my Man 4 Comics piece back in the day. That's how I reviewed it. Never had the Wonder Woman one in hand, so this is probably not one that I'll purchase. But let me know what you think about the Superman 1/6 scale diorama by XM Studios in the comments down below, and stay minty fresh. Peace.
DJ LINX.